You're watching DCTV Denton Community Television.
Follow your dreams, and they say, do what you want, and money will come.
Hi, how are you doing today? Hope you're having a great time out there, and we appreciate you watching very much. My guest today is Terry Bloss. Terry, I appreciate you being here.
Glad to be here, Mike.
And so you do a lot of songwriting and have quite a few songs on SoundCloud. I found you have like 35 songs.
I believe that's the latest tally, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's a lot of work.
Well, I've got involved in several groups the last year. One of them is there's a challenge every now and then to write 7 songs in 7 days.
Really?
And then in February, I got involved with a group that was writing 14 songs in 28 days.
Is that right?
And some of them end up being keepers.
Yeah.
A lot of them are just kind of, spur of the moment things that you just, jot off and then never use again. But some of them I kind of like. So it kind of helps, build up the tally over the last couple of years.
These are like songwriting groups that you're in?
Yeah, one of them just called the Fearless Songwriter Group on Facebook. And it's made up primarily of people that I went to a songwriting school with in Colorado last year.
Really?
And then the other one is a group called February Album Writing Month that just does a deal once a year to challenge people to write more and do more and so forth. So
And it's people from various locations that are...
Yeah, kind of all across the country, really. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. So that, and they'll throw out words or concepts and so forth to kind of give you an idea of what to write on, and then or you can just go off and write on whatever you want to write on. So,
It's good to have some kind of structure
Yeah, it
like
sure
that,
is.
something to motivate you to, to pressure yourself to finish something, get going with it and all that.
yeah, especially with a new writer like I am, who's looking for ideas and things to write about and so forth, and I can only write so many songs about my wife, so he had other things to write about also. So.
Is that what you write about mainly, you think? Romantic type things?
Well, that's what I started off with. I had never written a song before, like I said, the last 2 years. But my wife passed away in February 2011, and I just needed something to kind of get me, back going again.
Yeah.
And so
yeah.
I hadn't really done anything with music in probably 30-odd years or so. But that's one of the things that I used to kind of get me back into a new life. That got me back out with people and got me going places and doing things. And then I started writing to get some of the feelings I was going through out. And then as time progressed, I started branching off into other areas with the writing, because I figured, people don't like listening to nothing but sad songs.
Yeah. But there are a lot of them out there.
There are a lot of them out there, yes.
As long as it catches people's interest, it's entertaining, that's the important thing, I guess.
Yeah, well, most people have gone through a loss of some sort in their life, so they
Yeah.
can kind of identify with some of the feelings. And
That's true.
And even if it's not a death, just the concept of losing someone that you're,
Sure.
that you've loved is something that everybody, I think, is
That's what's so hard on
experiencing.
everybody,
Yeah.
that kind
Yeah.
of thing, yeah.
right.
You're from Nebraska originally and lived in Kansas, and
Yeah, I was born in Nebraska and then crawled for the state line as soon as I could, and and then I was raised in Kansas, and but then I married a Texan, so I had to convert.
and you've served the community for many years in the fire department.
Yeah, I was with the Carrollton Fire Department for almost 30 years. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it was a very rewarding job. It gave me lots of opportunities to to reach out and touch some lives and so forth. And it gave me a lot of time with the family and so forth as well. Because you work one day and you're off too, so you got time to do some other things as well.
And your daughters followed suit.
Yes, my daughter Tammy is now a battalion chief with the Dallas Fire Department. So yeah, she's moving right on up there. So.
That's great. I noticed on Reverb Nation you said you're sometimes compared to Gordon Lightfoot. Was he somebody you liked a lot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
To me, that is very much a compliment.
Yeah, I thought he was a great
Yeah, one of the-
singer-songwriter.
One of the nicest compliments I got one time was I did one of the songs that I just written at a song circle.
Really?
And the person next to me turned and said, "Was that a Gordon Lightfoot song?" I said, "No, that's mine." Just,
That is a good feeling.
yeah, sure was.
What was
Sure
that song you wrote about the ship?
He wrote about the ship?
The ship, the song about a ship, something about a ship.
Oh,
The name of a ship.
senior moment.
Me too.
Yeah, the one that sank. Oh, shoot. Edmund Fitzgerald, there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
That's one of my problems with getting old is and writing, like I said, 45 or 50 songs in the last year, is that remembering them, my own songs, let alone somebody else's, gets to be challenging at times. So, but yeah, I've listened to his music for a long time, yeah, ever since the 70s. So.
He was really big back then.
Oh, yeah.
And he still tours somewhat?
Just a little bit. He doesn't do a whole lot anymore, but every now and then you'll catch him. He was in Dallas 2-3 years ago, I guess, something
Really?
like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't able to go at that point, but would have loved to.
Jim Croce, was he an influence on you?
A little bit, yeah. I definitely like his song. Like I said, I listen to him a lot. I sing a few of them. I really can't, write or play or sing quite in his style at all, because he was kind of a one-of-a-kind guy.
Yeah, yeah.
That we lost way too early.
Yeah, that's for sure. He had a guitar player he was working with, and they had an airplane crash, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Lost way too many musicians in airplane crashes.
Yeah, yeah. Ricky Nelson.
Ricky Nelson and Leonard Skinner and Stevie Ray Vaughan and a bunch of them.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. On some of your songs, you have a flute. Do you have? I saw a comment on there. Somebody said they like the flute on one of those songs.
Oh no, that was my comment on somebody else's song.
Oh, that's what you said. It's
yeah,
about somebody.
that was for a friend of mine who had written a song and put some flute sounds in it. And so
Yeah.
forth. The only other instrument I did one song where I put a little bit of banjo music on it.
Yeah.
But I cheated on that. I got a 6-string banjo.
Really?
So the chord structure is the same as the guitar.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's still pretty good.
So that's the only other instrument that I've even worked on playing at all so far. So I'm kind of a one-trick pony as far as that's concerned.
I was impressed with the recordings you have on SoundCloud.
Oh, thank
I
you.
think they have good
Yeah.
quality, good singing and good guitar playing.
I tell people I really don't play guitar that good, but I make up for it by having a truly mediocre voice.
I thought the guitar was recorded well and clear and just
Well, thank
a
you.
good balance and all that.
I'm working on using a program called Audacity that allows you to balance each individual track and so forth before you combine everything.
Yeah.
So that's helped a lot. So
You've got some touring coming up. You're going to Midsummer Day Fest.
yeah, my summer tour going to Kansas for a one day stop. I grew up in a little Swedish town in Kansas called Lindsborg, and every summer they have a thing called Midsummer Fest.
Really?
And the organizers asked me to come up and do a show as part of that on June the 15th. So yeah, I'll be headed up there for that. This Saturday I'll be at Mr. Bill's Records.
Bill's Records, yeah.
In Mr. Bill, not Mr. Bill, just Bill. Bill's Records in Dallas at 1 o'clock. They're going to have a whole afternoon of music starting at noon and going all the way till 5:30 or 6.
That's great.
Yeah, so lots of good folks will be there.
And that one video I saw on Reverb Nation, that was at Poor David's?
Yeah, I'm very regular attendee at their open mics they have there.
Really?
And then they asked me to do, had a showcase one night where they had 6 people doing a half-hour set each.
Yeah.
They asked me to be part of that.
That's
And,
great.
Oh yeah, enjoyed that very much. So, I've had some real good encouragers. David Card has, given me some opportunities at Poor David's, and Mr. Troll, has been a real encouragement. Guthrie Kennard has encouraged me a lot and given me a chance to play a couple of places, with him, and a man named Mark Wayne Glassmeyer, who is a very good singer-songwriter, musician.
Do they do open mics also? I'm not familiar with that.
They do a few. Mr. Troll does. Guthrie Kennard will sometimes be a special guest at an open mic. He doesn't do so much. Yeah, Guthrie's one of those guys you don't hear too much about, but he kind of cut his teeth along with Guy Clark and Ray Wadley Hubbard and Robert Earl Keen and all those guys. Just kind of
Oh, I see.
part of their little,
Yeah, worked with them.
grouping. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was featured prominently a while back on that show called Texas Troubadour.
Is that right?
And, yeah. And so he's not as well known as there, but he writes some extremely good songs.
Well, Terry, I appreciate you sharing some things like that with us. And y'all stay tuned. We're going to have Terry play some music for us. Thank you so much for watching.
Well, I'm headed for Memphis, rolling on down that road. Yes, I'm headed for Memphis, rolling on down that road. I gotta leave that devil woman, shake off his soul-breaking load. Hey, I'm going up I-30, I'm getting out of Big D. Oh, I'm going up I-30, yeah, I'm getting out of Big D. I'm going across the Mississippi to that promised land in Tennessee. Well, now I know I'm headed north, it's going in the right direction, 'cause I can see Texas in my rearview mirror reflection. Got my guitar and some gumption, that's all I really need to keep me loose and rambling while my spirit gets set free. Well, now Beale Street is calling, hey, I will play me some blues. Oh yeah, Beale Street is calling, I'll play me some blues. Oh, lay my soul on the line, because man, I ain't got nothing to lose. I got an aching in my heart, a pain dancing in my head. What I thought for living was just me getting dead. I gotta find me a woman that'll satisfy my mind and help me to forget the one I'm leaving behind. Oh, that's why I am headed for Memphis, rolling on down that road. Yes, I am headed for Memphis, rolling on down that road. I gotta leave that devil woman, shake off his soul-breaking load. I gotta leave that devil woman, shake off his soul-breaking load. I got to leave that devil woman, shake off his soul-breaking load. I have no idea what inspired that song, because I've never had the urge to go to Memphis except to see my cousin. Okay, every now and then I get something really goofy to do. A while back, a little songwriting challenge group I'm with, I decided we wanted to write a song that had to have an animal in it. And being an animal lover, I kind of overachieved, and I put about 30 animals into a song and called it my zoological love song. Some of the songs I write are a little bit autobiographical in nature. This one ain't, it's just goofy. Well, I thought we had true muskrat love, she was my little turtle dove. Yeah, she hooked me like a largemouth bass, then treated me like a snake in the grass. Well, I was fenced in like a dog in a pound while she was out all night catting around. Now, to say you can't lead a horse to drink water, but she led me like a lamb to the slaughter. And she was hard and tough as buffalo jerky. That woman was as cold as a butterball turkey. We were star-crossed lovers with an uphill pull. I was Leo the lion, she was Taurus the bull. Yeah, like a silly goose, she made me feel like a fool, like the north end of that southbound mule. If I wanted a kiss, she'd growl like a bear or snarl like a badger caught in a snare. But if she wanted something, I was easy pick, and this rooster got pecked by that bandit chicken. Now if I wanted loving her, I turned murky. That woman was as cold as a butterball turkey. Now as time went on, she got big as a whale, and I knew our love was bound to fail. Well, she would look at me like a circus seal and then sneak away like a slippery old eel. Yeah, she turned me every which way but loose and give my heart a kick like a big bull moose. I'd want to hide my head like a dumb ostrich. She never would scratch me where I itch. Yeah, I wanted a woman that was river rod or perky, but that woman was as cold as a butterball turkey. Well, I stayed a while, I guess I'm a dope. Yeah, I should have hightailed it like an antelope. Now, I should have known things wouldn't work out because holding her was like cuffing a trout. Well, leaving her behind was finally right. I just couldn't get used to that rattler's bite. Well, the next time I look for a female to squeeze, I'll stick to a furry Pekingese. Hey, I was looking for a lady that was cute and quirky, but that woman was as cold as a butterball turkey. Yeah, I was looking for a lady that was cute and quirky, but that woman was as cold as a butterball turkey. I guess after a song like that, I ought to follow up with a real love song. Well, I've cruised inside a jumbo jet, 30,000 feet. A bell rolling loop the loop in a plane with just 2 seats. Listen to some music that has made my heart feel whole. My life's been filled with folks that have made my heart feel whole. I climbed a rocky mountain, got that Colorado high, sailed beneath a big balloon across the Texas sky. So many things I've got to do as I've lived out my time. Gotta say my life has been an interesting climb. Well, I've stood on lofty mountaintops, I've soared on silver wings. Got to do so many things that have made my spirit sing. So many times I've been lifted up and I've loved a time or two. But never have I fly so high as I do when I'm with you. My first kiss, my first caress, memories oh so sweet. Times when I felt the whole wide world was underneath my feet. Facing a raging fire, risking life for another's sake. Diving off a towering cliff, plunging into a clear, cool lake. Catching a wave and riding it into a shining sandy shore. Taking a big old bite out of life and hungering for more. Knowing love and knowing loss and knowing I will survive. Knowing that come what may, it's a joy to be alive. Oh, I've stood on lofty mountaintops, soared on silver wings. Got to do so many things that have made my spirit sing. So many times I've been lifted up and I've loved a time or two. But never do I fly so high as I do when I'm with you. Oh, the stars dance in your eyes, the wind whispers in your sighs. The music of your laughter echoes to the skies. The magic of your touch makes me glad that I'm a man. You fill my heart and soul and life like no other woman can. Speaking words that change some lives in a little country church. Answering life's questions after a long and lonely search. Cradling my baby girls for the first time in my arms. Gazing at true beauty, drinking in his charms. I've looked into the eyes of love, I've lost myself in song. I've been wrapped up in loving arms, so tender yet so strong. A gentle voices whisper sweet nothings in my ear. Heard the words I love you ring through loud and clear. I've tripped in silence, live entertainment, folks. I've stood on lofty mountaintops, I've sailed on silver wings. Got to do so many things that have made my spirit sing. So many times I've been lifted up, I've loved a time or two, but never do I fly so high as I do when I'm with you. No, never do I fly so high as I do when I'm with you. When I'm with you. When I'm with you. Yeah, sometimes my mind just doesn't keep up with my fingers. I don't know what that problem is. Several months ago, I was reading a story about our soldiers and veterans and the pressures that they face in dealing with multiple deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan, the pressures they feel. One of the saddening things about it was that over 400 of our soldiers committed suicide last year as a result of that pressure they faced. One of them was a Marine Sergeant named Joshua James Markle, who took his own life last October. In reading his story, I came across a quote from his father, who said he didn't die on the battlefield, but he was killed by the battles that raged in his mind. That quote, as I played with it in my mind, became this song. When this land was young, we were taught to fight and kill. We fired the shots heard around the world at Concord and Bunker Hill. We faced the bloody British in the town of New Orleans. We fought the fiercest battles this country's ever seen. We grew up way too young, yielding the bayonet and gun. Heroes sung and unsung. So rally round the flag, boys, lay it on the line. Old men will tell us what we're fighting for. We'll shed our blood and tears, try to push away our fears, but our dreams will be haunted by the ghosts of war. While our bodies lay in the mud and mire of the fields of Antietam, thousands of us never came back from the jungles of Vietnam. Millions of us died between the battle lines. More were killed by the battles that rage inside our mind. Pictures we can't erase, the emptiness we face, groping through a darkened place. So rally round the flag, boys, lay it on the line. Old men will tell us what we're fighting for. We'll shed our blood and tears, try to push away our fears, but our dreams will be haunted by the ghosts of war. When Johnny comes marching home again, hurrah, hurrah. We'll give him a hearty welcome then, hurrah, hurrah. The men will cry, the boys will shout, the ladies they will all turn out, but they won't see the pain inside when Johnny comes marching home. How many times will sabers rattle and the nations rant and roar? When will those with peaceful hearts stand and yell no more? We will protect your freedoms, we'll stand upon that wall. Just remember what it costs us to answer your call. Losing family and friends, feelings you can't comprehend, and a hurt that never ends. So rally round the flag, boys, lay it on the line. Old men will tell us what we're fighting for. We'll shed our blood and tears, try to push away our fears, but our dreams will be haunted by the ghosts of war. Yes, we will shed our blood and tears, try to push away our fears, but our dreams will be haunted by the ghosts of war. Ghosts of war. The ghosts of war. Okay, after that song, we need something a little bit more upbeat, right? I've written a lot of songs about my wife, and she passed away a couple years ago, and most of them are kind of sad, but I decided it was time to write a happy song about her. So I went back to the summer of 1967, when we first met and were getting to know each other, and kind of put some of those feelings in song. Well, you got a little wiggle when you walk my way. Makes me forget what I was gonna say. Yeah, the twinkle in your eye sends my thoughts astray. You got me thinking about night things in the middle of the day. Oh yeah, you gave me a feeling I can't explain. It got me going like a runaway train. You stormed through my mind like the thunder and rain. You cloud my senses and you rattle my brain. Just a little time with you gets me feeling fine. Giving me ideas that are way out of line. Yeah, your skin like satin and your kisses like wine. Can't believe that you are mine, mine, mine. Yeah, you give me a feeling I can't explain. You got me going like a runaway train. You storm through my mind like the thunder and rain. You cloud my senses and you rattle my brain. One look at you and my soul takes wings. Your love makes sweet music on my heartstrings. And the sound of your voice, I hear the angels sing. It's strong Texas love and makes me feel like a king. The touch of your fingers sets my spirit free. Tingling with your spark of electricity. Your beauty is more than I ever hoped to see. Oh, it blows my mind that you belong to me. Oh yeah, you give me that feeling I can't explain. You got me going like a runaway train. You storm through my mind like the thunder and rain. You cloud my senses and you rattle my brain. Oh yeah, you give me that feeling I can't explain. You got me going like a runaway train. You storm through my mind like the thunder and rain. You cloud my senses and you rattle my brain. You cloud my senses and you rattle my brain.
follow your dreams. And they say, do what you want, and money will come. Lots of people have lots of dreams. Lots of people